Hello, welcome. This first joke is so short that I'm going to repeat it. A sadist is a masochist who follows the golden rule. A sadist is a masochist who follows the golden rule. Secretary. Doctor, there's an invisible man in the waiting room. Doctor. Tell him I can't see him. Two fellows met on the street. One said to the other, Say, I haven't seen you for 5 years. What have you been doing? The other replied softly, 5 years. After the rifle tournament was completed, one young army recruit was very discouraged by his poor showing. As he turned in his card to the top sergeant, he remarked, What a score! I feel like shooting myself. Well, the sergeant replied sympathetically after looking over the card, You'd better take 2 bullets. Kelly and Murphy were next door neighbors. One evening, over the backyard fence, they were discussing the candidates in the coming election. Said Kelly, I feel that I shouldn't vote for any of the candidates. I don't know any of them. To which Murphy added, I don't know how to vote either. I know all of them. One of the greatest criminal lawyers in the nation got an urgent phone call from one of his clients. The caller said, I'm in prison and they've shaved my head, transferred me to death row, and cut a slit in my trousers. What should I do? Replied the lawyer. Don't sit down. An 18-year-old soldier was given guard duty one night. He did his best for a while, but in the early morning he went to sleep. He awakened to find his superior standing over him. Remembering the heavy penalty for being asleep on guard duty, this smart-thinking young man kept his head bowed for another moment, then looked piously upward and reverently intoned, Amen. An old man, 90 years of age, read in the newspaper that his country needed blood for blood transfusions very badly. He decided to help, so he went to the hospital and said, I want to give some blood. They put him on the table and a needle in his arm. Afterward, he was given a glass of orange juice. Oh, I feel great, better than ever. I think I'll just give some more right now. Sir, the doctor said, we didn't take any of your blood, but we gave you a pint. Surely an elderly woman was telling her friend Carol about her date with a 90-year-old man. Can you believe it? I had to slap him 3 times just during dinner, laughed Shirley. Are you telling me that old man tried to get fresh with you? Carol asked with disgust. Oh, heavens, dear, no, exclaimed Shirley. I was just slapping him around every once in a while to keep him awake. During minor surgery, an elderly nun opted to have only a local anesthetic. Afterward, when she was in the recovery room, the nurse came in to ask her how she was feeling. Well, I was very disturbed by the 4-letter word I heard the doctor use. What did he say? Asked the shocked nurse. Oops. A young doctor examined an old man. "And how do you feel?" the young doctor asked. "Not so good," the old man sadly said. "My left leg is giving me fits. It hurts something awful." "Oh, don't you think that's just old age, my friend?" "No," the old man said. "My right one is the same age as my left, and it don't hurt none." A couple goes on vacation to a fishing resort. While he's napping, she decides to take his boat out on the lake and read. While she's soaking up the sun, the local sheriff comes by in a boat and says, "There's no fishing allowed here, ma'am. I'm going to have to arrest you." The woman says, "But Sheriff, I'm not fishing." The sheriff says, "Ma'am, you have all the necessary equipment. I'm going to have to run you in." The woman says, "If you do that, Sheriff, I'm going to have to charge you with rape." "But I haven't even touched you," says the sheriff. "I know, but you have all the necessary equipment." And until another time, goodbye.